Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much to Arrtx for sending another marker set for me to showcase. This one has 48 saturated waterproof markers that you can use on various surfaces. I tested this same Simptap set before, but it only had 24 colors, so double the colors for more shades are more than welcome. The color codes are on the top of the cap. The difference from what I had before is that each marker now has a cap over the valve at the bottom of the marker. So the way these work are you shake well, make sure you shake with the brush cap on to prevent any ink splatters. Here's the brush tip. It tapers from 1 to 6 millimeters. Once you press the valve, it releases the ink and saturates the brush. You can press the valve a couple times, but just be careful that you don't release too much ink. I swatched all the other markers already, but you can see how saturated these are. The lighter colors might need a couple passes if the strokes bother you. Before I start working on an art piece, Arrtx provided another Simptap set to do a giveaway, and so I'll be giving a 36 acrylic marker set to one winner. The only difference in what I'm using in this video and this set is the quantity. I highlighted the colors that are part of the 36 set, but the quality will be the same with what you'll see. To join the giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe, and comment what you'd like me to draw next. I'll be opening this giveaway to those on Instagram as well. The winner will be selected 2 weeks from now, so April 11. More details are in the description. Alright, so this is the drawing I'll be painting. Hua Cheng from Heaven Official's Blessing. I originally drew this sketch on Procreate and then printed it. I bought some carbon paper sheets to transfer the sketch onto the shikishi. I haven't used carbon paper in forever. And then the large size shikishi, which is 9.5 by 10.7 inches. It comes in a 2-pack from Daiso. I've always wanted to paint on shikishis, so this is my first attempt. Under the printed sketch, I have the carbon paper over the shikishi. The carbon sheets came with these transfer tools to trace over the sketch. I'll be using the finer tip. I could have also used a colored pencil so that I can tell which lines I already traced over, but this drawing isn't too complicated, so it's fine. I opted to use the tool that the carbon sheets came with. For more detailed drawings, I probably would use a colored pencil because I don't want to mistakenly shift these sheets while I check back and forth on what lines I've traced over already and then mess up the transfer alignment. Funnily enough, I was worried that the graphite wouldn't transfer well or it'd be super light, but my worries were totally unnecessary because it actually transferred much darker than I would have wanted. I could use a lighter hand when tracing for sure, because I tried erasing the graphite and it smudged like crazy, no matter what type of eraser I used, whether it was sand or a kneaded eraser. But it's actually fine because these markers are so saturated that you won't see any of these sketch marks and a lot of the line art too. So in the end, I had to redo some of the line art with a pen because of the paint over. But anyways, the rest of this video is very close to real time and I only sped up the painting process a little bit and cut out little clips here and there, so it's not super long. I like how Hua Cheng turned out while using these markers. They can be a bit tough to control in terms of painting any finer details because the brush tip isn't stiff or anything, but painting over any mistakes is super easy to do even if you're painting over a dark color with a lighter color on top. The saturation is really great. Definitely had to shake the markers every now and then because the ink settles and separates a bit, but that's normal. I just made sure to swatch markers on a scrap paper first. I also sometimes released too much ink and it got kind of messy at one point because I didn't realize a lot of ink came out, so when I removed a cap for one of the markers, some ink spilled on my pants. Thankfully, it didn't get on my desk mat or on the shikishi, so it's fine. Another thing to keep in mind is that you really need to swatch the markers and not trust the color of the cap to be how it'll look when you start using it. There's this pink marker that I used for shading the red areas, which you'd probably think is strange and it would be the opposite, but the marker was actually much darker than the bright pink on the cap. Overall though, these are fun to use to do some cell shading. I'm going to let the rest of the video run, so feel free to have this going in the background if you'd like, and the final painting will of course be shown at the end. And last reminder that if you want to join the giveaway, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment what you'd like me to draw next on these shikishis. I've got 3 more to draw on. Thanks so much for your support and enjoy the rest of my painting process.
you.